How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Chief. How are you?
Good. We're waiting on Joe.
I didn't hear from Chief Jackson, so I think we can start with all the meeting. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting, January 24th at 4 p.m. I will read into the record the open meeting law. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmission are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, can you please call the roll?
Yes. Commissioner Castley.
Present.
Inspector Conlon.
Present.
Chief Jackson. Absent. Chief Keenan.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
4 members.
We do have a quorum, so we will go ahead and get to agenda item number 1. Hearing regarding the request of the Jimmy Kennedy Memorial Run for ALS for a special use permit for their annual squirrel run on Saturday, June 10th. Louis Tozzi. Hi, Mr. Tozzi. How are you today?
Good afternoon.
Why don't you
Esteemed
tell
members of the board, come before you for the 25th year in a row for an event that's enthusiastically supported by Mayor Coe, Chief Keenan, and the entire city. Once again, it'll be on Flag Day. This year it'll be June 10th. I'm here obviously to represent Mr. Rich Kennedy. As you know, the squirrel run is named after Jimmy Kennedy, who was the second member of the Kennedy family to succumb to ALS. First, Mr. Chris Kennedy, then Jimmy, and most recently, unfortunately, Jay Kennedy. The squirrel run has now raised over $1 million, and that does not even include the 100-inning softball game, the harpoon race, we raised $250,000. It all goes to the angelfund.com under the auspices and direction of Dr. Robert Brown at the UMass Medical Center. They're fighting this dreaded disease the best they can. Do they have a cure? No. Mr. Rich Kennedy is battling the disease himself. We're fighting a struggle, we're fighting a battle, but we're gonna stick with it. So with your support, on June 10th, we hope to raise about $50,000 again for ALS. All that money will go to the Angel Fund. We take no salaries, we take no stipends. So I'd ask for your support on that day.
Thank you, thank you. Does anyone here have any questions, concerns regarding the Jimmy Kennedy Memorial Squirrel Race on June 10th, Flag Day? Seeing none. Board members?
No, it's been a great event for all those years. Congratulations. How long have you been retired now?
Coming up on 22 years, Chief.
Wow.
I miss it. It was a
Yep.
wonderful experience. Being special ed director, people were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to thank you again because your officers at this day, this event, are unbelievably supportive. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Congratulations. It's a great event.
It is a great event, and I know that it's been going strong 25 years. That's a great accomplishment. Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you, Nicole. You've been a wonderful supporter of the group. Appreciate it.
Any other questions, concerns?
No.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Jimmy Kennedy Memorial Run for ALS for a special use permit for the annual squirrel run on Saturday, June 10th. And is there a rain date?
No.
No, June 10th, represented by Mr. Louis Tozzi.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
Good seeing you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
You too. Agenda item number 2, hearing regarding the request of the City of Quincy for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for the annual Winterfest on Monday, February 20th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the Hancock Adams Common. Mark Carey is unable to be here, but they did furnish me with a flyer of this great President's Day Winterfest event on Monday, February 20th, from 2 to 7 p.m. And the event will take place right out here on the Common. It's a fun family day with fire and ice show, ice sculptures, puppet show, and a laser show, amongst other things. Does anyone here have any questions, concerns regarding the President's Day Winterfest event? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
No, it's an annual event, right?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the City of Quincy for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for the annual Winterfest on Monday, February 20th at 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. on the Hancock Adams Common. Second.
All in favor? Next is, excuse me, agenda item number 3, hearing regarding the request of the Quincy Asian Resources for a special use permit for the annual Lunar New Year Festival on Sunday, February 5th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at North Quincy High School. David Zhu and Jessica Zhu.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? Why don't you tell us about your
Good afternoon.
annual event?
Yes, this is 3 years, first time after 3 years, the in-person festival. So we'll be held on February 5th from 11 to 4 at North Quincy High School. So pretty much as usually, we've done this 35th annual. So we have the vendor booth and the performance inside the gym. And we have the food vendor at the cafeteria. We also have some children activities in the atrium. So the snow day, if there's no storm day, we will be February 12th. So we are very blessing. We have very support from the mayor's office and all the support from you guys. So we've been doing this for many years. And normally we have 7,000-8,000 people show up. So I don't know this year, because the first time, some people are still concerned about the pandemic, in indoor events. But hopefully we can get maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people to be there. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent, thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions from anyone here? Questions, concern regarding the Quincy Asian Resources for annual Lunar New Year Festival on February 5th? Seeing none. Board members? Commissioner?
Just a quick question. I know you've been running this for many years. Do you happen to have a list of the vendors that will be there?
I do, but I don't have that with me. We have like 50 vendors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you mind emailing them to me?
You want all the vendor or you want the food vendor only?
We just need the food vendors.
Food vendor,
Yep.
okay. I can tell you right now, food vendor.
Okay.
Okay, we have a Fuji, and and we have Lucky Dragon, and then we have Korean barbecue at Buildings Road, the fried chicken, and then we have 100 miles, from Cameron Market, and we have one more, Fort Countryside, also from Cameron Market. Then we have Emma Macron from Warfen. I think he will apply because he's not from Quincy, so he sells those Macron.
Macarons.
Mac-
She was there at the August moon, so it's pre-baked.
It's pretty big. It's not, it's kind of like a cookie. Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I can give you a card in case.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have you spoken with Captain McCusker about security
No,
concerns
we
and
have a
traffic?
meeting. We're going to have a meeting this Thursday. We'll have probably you guys. So we hope that you can have a couple of police there. Either, because there's something going on happen in Los Angeles. There's some
Right.
kind of,
We'll have security.
security. So we might have a couple of police inside and then a couple maybe outside. The traffic could be very congested.
Mhm.
I mean, do you want me to give?
Rick McCusker, he's the captain.
Yeah.
He deals with it probably through, if you've got a meeting on Thursday, he may well be at the meeting.
He
but
probably will be there.
We
yeah.
have some additional concerns. We're going to make sure that it's a safe event for
Yes,
everybody,
yes.
so,
Yes, okay. We have the Thursday meeting at 11 again.
perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking for a motion.
Madam, I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Quincy Asian Resources for a special permit for the annual Lunar New Year Festival on Saturday, February 5th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at North Quincy High School.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Next is agenda item number 4, Here regarding the request of the Housneck Congregational Church for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for their annual chili cook-off on Saturday, February 4th, from 1 PM to 4 PM. Ralph Jacobs. Hi, Ralph, how are you?
Hi, Nicole, how are you?
Good, thank you. Why don't you tell us about your event?
Thank you for inviting me this afternoon, you and the board members. This is our 12th annual chili cook-off. We didn't have it for 2 years because of the COVID. We typically have about 150, possibly 200 people that attend this. It's a very neighborhood type event. People from Housneck, people from all Quincy and beyond. And we have typically have about 20 different contestants that will make and serve chili. And folks can go, it's only $5 entry fee. You can pretty much eat all the chili you want if you like chili. And we'll be accepting contributions at the door of toiletries for the Dove organization. And we'll have Boy Scouts there that will serve hot dogs and soda to those who aren't chili lovers. And it's just a nice community event. People get out in the wintertime and, rub elbows a little bit and have some chili. So,
Great, thank you. Any questions, concerns from anyone regarding the Housneck Congregational Church for a special use permit for
Is there
the
a rain
chili
date?
cook-off?
no, it's inside, so, yeah.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the Housneck Congregational Church for special use permit, one-day liquor license for the annual chili cook-off on Saturday, February 4th, from 1 to 4 PM, represented by Ralph Jacobs.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're all set,
Thank you
Ralph.
very much.
Take care.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of THT Inc. doing business as Town Pizza for a common victual license for the premise located at 13 through 19 Copeland Street, formerly Adams Pizza and Sub. Proposed manager, Mahan Habchi. Maroon Habchi. Proposed hours of operation, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Maroon,
How's it going?
how are you?
Good.
Why don't you tell us about your concept there?
I've been in business for 20 years personally, and we're trying to expand. We're down from Hall, so there's an existing place, Adams Pizza, as you know. It's been closed for a couple of years, so we're trying to revive it, try to go in there and operate as a small neighborhood pizza place.
Where'd you say your experience is?
In the same industry. I've been doing it for 20 years. I have my own place already in Hall.
All that?
Yeah, it's called L Street Pizza. So the community is getting smaller for us over there, so we're trying to expand to a bigger city.
You're gonna keep that place as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Any questions, concerns regarding THT Inc. doing business as Pizza Town for a common victual license for the premise located at 1319 Copeland Street? Seeing none. Board members, Commissioner Castle.
Any changes to the business at all, or any opening date determined yet?
No, we're shooting for towards the end of February. Still have a couple tuning up to do. No changes to the building or equipment or anything like that.
Just better food?
I hope so.
And is it just pizza, or are you?
It's a little bit more pizza, sandwich, like a pizzeria type of menu.
Pizzeria. Okay.
Pizza, subs, salads, everything that.
Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of THT Inc. doing business as Pizza Town for a common victual license for the premises located at 13 through 19 Copeland Street. Proposed manager Maroon Habchi. Proposed hours of operation 11 a to 11 p.m.
Thanks.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Agenda item number 6, hearing regarding the request of the President's Clam Box LLC doing business as the Clam Box, Marco Spiro Fanny, manager, for a transfer of the on-premise wine and malt beverage restaurant license presently held by Swanky Brothers, Inc., for the premise located at 789 Quincy Shore Drive. Attorney Robert Fleming.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the board, Rob Fleming. I do represent the applicant here, Mr. Marco Fanny. Mr. Fanny's here with us today as well. He is the manager of the President Clambox LLC. This request today is for a transfer of common victualler as well as a beer and wine, which is on site today at 789 Quincy Shore Drive. So again, this is a transfer request. Mr. Fanny, a little bit about him, and he's here again today, as I said, if you have any specific questions for him. He's been involved in the industry, restaurant industry for many years now, over 20 years. He operates a couple now. One, I think Ms. Kendrigan has frequented in place in Norwell. I think it's Strawberry Fair, is it, in Norwell? That's a full alcohol license, so he does have that experience there as well. Again, a lot of the operations will kind of remain the same here as far as obviously the cuisine, which has done very well for the last 18 to 20 years there at that site. My understanding is deliveries are in the back, there's parking out back as well for employees. The peak seasons, obviously spring and summer, obviously plenty of parking for employees. He's anticipating about 15 employees at that time. I think most, as you can anticipate, most of the consumers will park at the beach and walk over to enjoy a nice lunch at the Clambox. So again, a lot of things are going to remain the same. Same floor plan, same number of seats as well. Inside and outside is a little bit of a outside seating area as well. Even some of the same vendors as well and scheduled deliveries, which again are out back as well. So any specific questions for me, I'm happy to answer.
Any questions, concerns from anyone here regarding President's Clambox doing business as the Clambox for a transfer of their on-premise wine and malt beverage license? Seeing none, board members, any questions, concerns?
And hours of operation are going to continue 11 to 9.
11 and 9.
This is, I don't want to say a seasonal business, but obviously the big months are spring and summer. They're going to kind of gauge it and see how much of the year they can stay open. I think I say it now that our winters are getting milder, and then we'll get, with a big snowstorm next week. I know, I'm jinxing it here. But they hope to stay open for a good part of the year. That's their hopes, but they're gonna kind of gauge that.
And their opening date, do they have one?
In March, okay.
What were the hours there before, do you know?
I think it's 11 to 9.
11 to 10.
Okay.
I mean, I have no problem if you want to go a little bit later.
Okay.
If it works for you, 11 to 9 seems a little early, but that's up to you.
We can do 10.
10. Okay, 11 to 10 would be great, hours of operation.
And you don't have to stay till 10, but at least if you decide you want to.
Sure, thank you, Chief.
The only thing I would say is before opening, please contact our office. That way we can do the inspection.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you.
I've heard a lot about, your business in Norwell, and I'm sure it'll be very successful here too.
That's great, thank you.
Well, sewage there has got to be good.
Looking for a motion.
Sorry, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of President Clambox LLC doing business as the Clambox, Marco Spiro Fanny, manager, for the transfer of on-premise wine and malt beverage restaurant license presently held by Swanky Brothers, Inc., for the premises located at 789 Quincy Shore Drive. Hours of operation 11 to 10, represented by Attorney Robert Fleming.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much.
You're all set.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Agenda item number 7, here regarding the request of KTMM Inc., doing business as New Windsor Dim Sum House and Bar. Kenneth Campo Lung, manager, for a transfer of the on-premise all alcohol beverage license presently held by C&S Restaurant Inc. for the premise located at 706 Hancock Street. Attorney Mihai Hun. Hi.
Good afternoon.
Why don't you tell us about your plans at the New Windsor Dim Sum House and Bar?
As you know, Windsor Dim Sum has been at the same location for over 10 years. And for our purpose. The KTMM Inc., they are taking over the business. We are going to maintain the same operation, the same menu, just the crew has changed. Now, let me talk about the new crew. KTMM, there are 5 shareholders. The proposed manager, Ken Long, who's here today. He has been in the restaurant business for over 30 years. He is an owner and operator of a restaurant in Chinatown. It's called Jumbo Seafood. He is familiar with how the alcohol service safety, food safety. And also we have with us Mr. Hui, Meng Hui. His family owns restaurant business for over 20 years, so he is there as well, available to step in as in case there are any emergency where our proposed manager is not available. So we have an excellent crew, has many, many years of restaurant business combined, and we are actually just taking over an existing business. And hopefully we can offer the same great service to the community. And food is the main part of our service. We are just offering alcohol service as an enhancement to enhance our patrons' experience, dining experience. And they're here, they can answer any question you may have, and I can also answer any question you may have on the application.
Great, thank you. The application is here and all in order for KTMM. Does anyone have any questions regarding KTMM Inc. doing business as the new Windsor Dim Sum House and Bar located at 706 Hancock Street? Seeing none. Board members?
The only thing that I will say is if you could check in with our office so that we can do an inspection prior to your opening or full takeover.
Absolutely.
And is it going to close for a bit, or are you just going to take right over the operations?
As soon as we hear something from ABCC
Yes.
with our approval, we will arrange that. There's not going to be any closure, maybe just a day for cleanup, but basically it's just going to be, we're going to pick it up and run.
Okay, and the hours of operation there?
It's going to be the same, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Thank you. Looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of KTMM Inc., doing business as New Windsor.
I'm sorry, you're somebody else.
Can we change the hour to close at 11,
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Yep.
You can close?
Monday to Sunday?
Yep.
Monday through Sunday, 11 to 11.
11 to 11.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. So, Sunday, 10 to 11? 10 a.m. to 11, and Monday through Friday, 11 to 11? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I was wondering why you were going for 9 o'clock, but, I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of KTMM Inc. doing business as New Windsor Dim Sum House and Bar, Kenneth Long, manager, for a transfer of the on-premise all alcohol beverages license, restaurant license presently held by CNS Restaurant Inc. for the premises located at 705 Hancock Street. Hours of operations are 11 to 11 Monday through Friday and 10 to 11 Saturday and Sunday, represented by Attorney Mihai Hu.
Second.
Was I close?
All in favor?
You're good.
Aye.
Thank you so
You're all
much.
set.
Good
Thank
afternoon.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good day.
That does conclude our agenda items. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the January 10th, 2023 hearing and waive the reading.
Make a motion to waive the reading, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Our next hearing is on February 14th, 2023. Looking for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.